I'm quitting coffee, guys. Today is day one of 25% decaf, 75% regular coffee. Why? Because I don't like being addicted to anything. Oh, but that is good. But we're all works in progress, right? And speaking of progress, I have been growing my hair out for about a month, specifically for you guys. And today I'm gonna teach you how to cut your own hair at home and make it look good too. So let's get started after this. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Lifeskillz, where I teach you a whole lot of shit they didn't teach you in school or otherwise. So today, we got our coffee in us, we're ready to go. I already pre-wet my hair, but that's one of the first things that you need to do. Also, plug up that drain. You don't want to get hair inside the drain, then all of a sudden, I gotta make another video teaching you how to unclog a drain. Alright, so when you're cutting your own hair at home, it's quarantine time, everybody's looking a little scraggly. I know I am. Lucky for me, I actually learned how to cut my hair long before quarantine. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, it looks good. You're gonna see. It looks, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like professional, but it's comparable to like a Supercuts or something like that. You can walk around, nobody's gonna notice that you cut your own hair. First thing I do, depending on how long your hair has been growing, you run your fingers through and hold on to the amount you want to keep and let loose up top what you don't want. And right now I'm going to take off, as you can see, about 1 inch. And you take the scissors in your stronger, more coordinated hand and just go straight through and run those scissors right along your fingers. That's it right there. And you do that all the way across the top and everywhere that you want to take off. Don't forget about that backside, but don't take too much off the backside because that'll cause it to stand up and you'll be looking like alfalfa. And you try and work in like sections if you can. I start from the front and slowly go to the back usually, but you want to just make sure you get everything. All right, top is done. Keep those scissors handy in case you got to make little adjustments later. And now it's time to start with the blending part. So I like to start at the bottom personally and work my way upwards. And I'm gonna start with 1/8 of an inch. Now, when you do the bottom, make sure, you know that little handle right there? Make sure that that's up so it's a little bit longer than 1/8 of an inch. That way, in case you do make a mistake, you've got a little bit of leeway where you can work with it later. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go upwards, pull your, it sounds gross, but pull your skin down, kind of like you're shaving, and as you're coming up, pull outwards, kind of like making a semicircle along your hair. Just like that, like you're buttering toast or something like that. Something I forgot to mention is that you do need a mirror behind you so that you can look in both mirrors and see what you're doing. I forgot to set mine up, so give me a second. All right, so the mirror is set up. I got it set up on this right side over here. And so what I can do now is I can turn and look at this mirror so that I get the bigger mirror showing me everything that I got going on behind me. And use the mirror, but honestly, like, judge on how it feels. Come on guys, you've got a bunch of haircuts throughout your lifetime. You know when the barber's going a little too high and it feels off, but you don't want to really say something because you're trying to trust him. Here we go. Go straight up and then just keep working along the other side. So now I can see everything in this mirror that's going on back here. When you get to that point where you can see the side again, move back to the regular mirror. Now the reason I start at the bottom is because you don't want to start at the top and then blend downwards. If you make a mistake, then you're already at your ear and you don't have enough space to make a proper blend. So that's why I start down below, so that I can do a proper blend down below and then work my way up. All right, there it is. Step number 1 completed. Take that 1/8, toss it to the side, and move up to the next step. So the next step I like to use is a 1/4 inch. Now that you got the 1/4 inch on, Remember that lever I was telling you about? Now we pull it down because now it's closer to 1/8 of an inch and we can just blend it in a little bit better. Now on this one, you're gonna go a little bit higher, something that feels a little natural. When you get to the back, guys, when you're at a 1/4 inch, this is the time where you pay attention to that knot that's back there. So that's your end point. When you feel that you're hitting that knot, that's when you want to pull up and outwards and create that semicircle. See, I don't even need to look at the mirror anymore because I've done this so many times. I'm gonna start to notice that it's starting to take shape, but it's not there yet. So after the 1/4 inch, we move up to 3/8 of an inch. You could do 1/2 inch. Matter of fact, yeah, let's do 1/2 inch. If you want to be meticulous, go to the 3/8 and really try and smooth that in. But we're in quarantine and I'm not really concerned about it. So we're at 1/2 inch and you do the exact same thing all the way around. Something I forgot to mention, guys, if you start to feel that your hair is getting too dry and you can't really get that cut, take a cup of water and your comb and just comb through it. Just to wet it up just a little bit because you can't turn on the water right now because you got that drain plugged up. All right, there we go, and we're back at it. Remember, follow the shape of your head and the blend of your hair naturally, because if you go too much to the left or too much to the top, you're gonna end up with like a 90-degree fade right here, and you don't want that. You want it to be nice and semicircle. All right, now I went a little high in the front right here early on, and so it's blending a little bit at an angle, and I gotta fix that. But you know, nobody's perfect. But don't be afraid to mess up. It's gonna grow back. It's not a big deal, and I'm gonna tell you a hint right now. If you look somebody in the eyes, nobody's gonna pay attention to your haircut. All right, we're moving on to 3/4 of an inch. So this time you're gonna go all the way up with it. This is the part that really blends that top and that midsection. Don't go inwards though. Make sure to go straight up. You go inwards and you're cutting your top hair and you don't wanna do that. Dip that comb when you need to, guys. Don't fight with dry hair. Just wet it up a little bit and it'll cooperate a lot better. There it is, that's nice and blended. And because my hair is extra long on top, I'm gonna go with one more number just to get a little bit more of that transition from the top to the mid point right here. So we're gonna go all the way up to 1 inch. Also, you guys ever wonder why your barber always had his hand or her hand on the top of your head? You'll notice this first time that you cut your own hair, your head moves all over the place and you gotta keep it stationary even though you're the one that's doing the job. So don't get mad at your barber for putting the hand on the top of your head. All right, let's wet up that comb again. So now's the time to check and make sure that you've got everything blended real nice. So comb your hair as you normally do. All right, so now I see where I made mistakes and where I didn't. It's actually a pretty decent blend, but I noticed that I didn't get all of this front hair like I would have. So comb that down real quick, and it's just that little spot right there. So I personally like to use the length of the top, the front of my hair. I'll comb it down kind of like a beetle and cut it to where it's not covering my eyes, but when you cut it, cut at an angle. Don't cut like straight bangs on yourself. You want to cut at a slight angle so that it blends in nicely as you comb it over. There it is, that'll work right there. So now is the time. The hardest part of cutting your hair is lining up the sides and the back. Now, first time I did this, I actually didn't trust myself and I had my girlfriend cut the back side. Big mistake. Learn how to do it yourself, guys, because she messed it up worse than I could have. Now, in her defense, I made her laugh and that's why she messed it up, but nonetheless, just do it yourself. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our regular trimmers, I got the Remington, and kick up that little lineup tool that they got, I don't know what to call it, and you're gonna take your comb and you're gonna look in that back mirror and flip it upside down and hold it right in place of where you wanna cut, as you can see right there. So I'm gonna line that up, and then do not move your fingers whatsoever once you have it in the spot that you want it at. And it's just gonna follow along the line. There we go. Let's take a look. That's not too bad. Make sure to go a little bit further on each side just in case your comb is not longer than your hair. That way you don't have to go back and try and reline it up. All right, so the back is squared. Now we gotta hook up the sides. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this part is hard to learn. So the first time you do it, you're probably gonna mess up a little bit. I might even mess up right now, I don't know. But what you want to do is you want to look in the front mirror and have the back mirror showing as well, but don't get your brain twisted. Make sure that your brain is on your hair and not on the mirror so much. So the mirror is just to first line yourself up. Once you've got the right angle, you're gonna keep going along that angle. You can even practice a couple times like this, you know what I mean, without cutting. And so you're gonna slowly pull away, always pull away each time. So just keep your mind on your head and your hairline rather than on the mirrors. That's my biggest advice I can give you. All right. And now we trim up the beard, blend it in a little bit. If you have it, if you keep it, you know, that's personal preference. And then we'll check ourselves out and see what worked. All right guys, haircut is done, but before we hop in the shower and rinse everything off, you wanna double check and use some shaping cream. Personally, I like Axe, which one is this? The Messy Look Flexible Paste, because it doesn't make you feel like you have a helmet on your head. It's a little more flexible. Yes, it will wear out eventually if you got a long day, but not in a bad way. And you just take a little bit, depending on how much hair you got, and work that in against the way that your hair grows. So you always go against the hair, not with the hair, because then it doesn't get deep inside like it's supposed to, and it's not gonna hold as well. All right, and there it is guys, quarantine haircut. Not too bad, right? So my advice, take your time, go slow, don't be afraid to cut into your hair, you know? Don't be timid with the clippers. Go in and do it naturally like it's supposed to, and you'll be perfectly fine. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is my girlfriend, Ashley, by the way. Say hi, babe.
Hi.
And of course, that's Robin, the love of our lives. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're out here being responsible. Please like and subscribe. We really want to keep making these videos, but I can't do that without you. It's a beautiful day out here in Los Angeles, as you can see. Hollywood and Griffith behind us. We're gonna take in the sunset, have something to eat, and enjoy the rest of our day. We'll see you guys next week. Come on, Robin. You wanna go? Wanna go for a run? Come here. Let's go. Let's go, Robin. That's a good girl.